going to Heritage Village. Now, I've shot 2 photo shoots at this place and always enjoyed it, so I'm gonna do this one for YouTube. Heritage Village is located in Largo, Florida, which is in Pinellas County. It is supported by the Pinellas County Historical Society, and their mission, of course, is to preserve the history, some of the history of Pinellas County. They collect and preserve the local histories. You're going to see as we go through this, that is a lot of homes and a few cars and that type of thing that they support here. It's quite a place. So we're going to end here. It's right at 10 o'clock. Better get a map. This is a museum, kind of a store for souvenirs, that type of thing. Well, all the information buildings, museums, all that was closed. Supposed to open at 10, but the building's closed. So we'll just gander around. We got us a map, and we'll take a look. Heritage Village. This is the McMullen Coachman Log Cabin, and this was built in 1852. It's the oldest existing structure in Pinellas County. And the white building you've seen there, right before this, was the McMullen House, and that was built in 1868. It was the oldest continuously lived-in home in Pinellas County. This is the Surfer Springs Depot, and that's built in 1924. Typically just a railroad depot that you'd find all over Florida. This caboose back here was from 1967 and was a part at one time of the Seaboard Coast Line Railroad. Some of the wagons used to transport goods, a lot of fruits, vegetables. This is the H.C. Smith store from 1915. General store, complete with a service garage. You've seen that in a minute. And a barber shop. This would be the Washington House, built in 1915, also as a physician's home and office. And here we are back at the garage. You see this old car? This has been there a long time. They built this fence because they couldn't keep people off of it, and it was getting to the point where if you sat on it or messed with it, it would break something off. Pretty rusted. This is the Lowell House, and it was built in 1888. Two-story home, built by the early Pinellas pioneers. This building is the fire station, and it features inside, which we don't get a good look at because it's closed, fire engine from 1917. We'll take a peek in the window, but I wouldn't expect much. I would assume you know what this is. These were a couple outhouses built in the 30s. This is the Mohr House, a typical orange grove house. You know, they got if you look in the back, you'll see a water tower, a windmill. Windmill was 1970s, but the water tower was 1914. The outhouses are from the 1930s. So you see here the garden, and then they had the orange groves back behind. If you look up, well, you're going to get a good look here, I think, at an outhouse. Yeah, let's take a look. Look at there, one-holer. But you got a lot of room next to you there for your laptop or your computers or whatever. This is the back of the Mohr House, and you can see where they brought their water in by barrels from the back there, and then they had a pump on top to get their water. Handsome couple of Mohrs. This building is the Union Academy. This was built in 1915 to 1917, and it was a classroom for African American students during the 1940s. So it served a purpose for a long time. And now we're down here at the sugar mill. Now, how's that for a smokehouse? That'd be pretty cool. It's a boiling shed. And I think this is where they ground the, they would grind the sugar cane down in there. Then it would go over to the boiling shed, or the boiling shed first, not sure which. The big building in the back is a Lowell barn, and it has quite a display inside of machinery and so forth, but again, it's closed today. I don't know why everything's closed, but it is, and that's a shame, because it's very interesting inside that barn. I've got some pictures we're going to show that I took from about 9 years ago when I was here. And I did up, and there's some pictures from inside that barn. It's a good idea of a work shed from a farm. That would be the Lowell farm, I believe. This is the bridge over to the Florida Botanical Gardens. The two are connected by that bridge. But as you're going to see, that bridge is closed. They're doing a lot of construction here, reconstruction, putting in these new sidewalks and so forth. So there's about a third of the buildings we can't get to. The gables back there, there's churches and so forth. We just can't get to those today. It's a shame, but we can't. The general store is usually open. That's open too. The garage is usually open. The train station is usually open. And today they've got all this closed down. Sad, but that's the way it is. Well, that was quick. First thing, the museum and welcome center's closed. They're doing some renovations in there today, so moving a few things around, I guess.